All right, so this is what you're going to need for your kitchari or kitchari. Not sure how to pronounce it, but you need some basmati rice. I got organic products all around pretty much. Organic mung beans or mung dal. You can see them there. You can get them at the Indian store. Now our ground spices, turmeric, ground cumin, and ground coriander. We'll also need some whole spices at the end for tempering, which we'll get to. Whole fennel seed, whole cumin seed, and whole coriander seed. Some sea salts or kosher salt, whatever you like, and some ghee, clarified butter, which I make myself. You can get it at the store, but I make it with organic butter myself. It's much less expensive. So we're going to start the cooking by taking 5 cups of water and bringing it to a boil on a high heat. And while that's getting up to a boil, I've soaked the mung beans for a couple of hours. Makes it more soft and delicious. And we're gonna rinse that along with that was a half a cup of mung beans, a cup of rice, soak it. And once the water is boiling, we're gonna get it into the boiling water. And once it's in the boiling water, we're gonna add first of all, our spices. These are the ground spices. It's a mix, a tablespoon, equal parts, turmeric, cumin, and ground coriander, all in the same bottle. I make a mixture, so I have it ahead of time. And then I add a dash of Hing, which I forgot to mention. We needed Hing asafoetida powder, again, found at the Indian store. It's not essential, but it makes it taste good. And those are our vegetables. I'm putting potatoes and carrots. Use whatever you have. And once it's back up to a boil, you put it on a simmer with a top. Put the top on partially covered, and cook for about 10 minutes. I'm cutting some beet greens there. And after it's boiled for 10 minutes, we want to replenish the water. So I'm going to add another cup, make it a total of 6 cups of water, along with the beet greens on top. So it's already been cooking for about 10-12 minutes. We're going to cook it for another 10 minutes, let's say, on a low heat. And towards the end of that 20-22 minutes, we're going to do our tempering of the spices, which we put in last. These are the whole spices. We're going to take 2 tablespoons of our ghee, and then half a teaspoon, or whatever according to your taste, of fennel, whole fennel seed, whole cumin seed, and whole coriander seed. And roast that for about 2 to 3 minutes. That's it. That's all it needs to bring out the flavor and the aroma. It's really important. Brings out the medicinal qualities according to Ayurvedic practices. And then once it's done, about 22 minutes, as I said, the whole dish, we'll put that on top. And that's it. Total prep and cook time is about 45 minutes. You have a delicious meal that'll feed 4 people. Mix it around. I forgot to add the salt, so you'll dish it up, and you could have added the salt earlier. I'm putting a teaspoon of salt. And that's it, folks. Again, you have your beautiful and lovely kitchari.